I have got Ciate London's 3 new eyeshadow palettes to share with you guys today. They came out with 3 new ones, the Fearless palette, the Fun palette, and the Pretty palette. And I've used all 3 of these numerous times since I've gotten them. I purchased them off of the Sephora website as well. That's the only place that I have seen them thus far. There are 9 eyeshadows in each palette, and the total amount in the box is 0.56 ounces for the whole palette, which averages out to be about 0.06, just over that per eyeshadow, which is a decent amount of product. The look that's on my eyes today is from the Fun palette, and there will be a demo for that towards the end of the video if you're interested in it. I've actually worn this look a couple times so far because I really like how it turns out. For the most part, I feel like all 3 of these palettes are curated really well. There's a nice amount of matte shades. Both this one's got transition crease colors, it's got a brow bone highlight, and then it's got some pretty fun shades as well for like the lid or wherever else you want to put it. I did purchase the Olivia Palermo palettes as well, and I thought that the colors in there looked really stunning. But I was a little underwhelmed when I had used them. I don't know if they were just too muted. And then I feel like I got a little bit more fallout with those ones than I did these guys. The color stood out just a little bit more in these 3 newer palettes than the Olivia Palermo ones. And I wasn't like super crazy about the Olivia Palermo ones, but they did create pretty neutral looks on the eyes. The shimmer shades are really pretty. When I went to use the matte eyeshadows, I did find that I had to be a little specific in my placement and then blend it out, because if I over blended those mattes, then they would start to get patchy on me. But so if I like kind of took my time and picked up a little bit more pigment and placed the color just right and then kind of blended it lightly, I got the fade pretty easily. So while I do like these palettes, I'm not in love with them. I do like the packaging. They come in a hard plastic packaging as well. And then look at this. They're holographic on the front, which when I zoom in and get up close and give you guys swatches, I'll show you a little bit better look at that. But I like the packaging. They're nice and sleek. They come with a nice amount of product, and they're curated quite well. We'll go ahead and start off with the Fun palette first, which is the one that I used today. And then here is the back. And then inside you do have a mirror. It goes all the way back as well. And then it props up pretty nicely. So inside you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes and 5 shimmers. And I wore this guy on the lid, a little bit of this guy on the inner portion, this guy through the crease, and then I blended out with this like kind of a warm brown shade, and then put this underneath the brow bone. So I'm really happy that like there's a transition, there's a brow bone shade, and there's also some deeper shades in there for the crease in the matte form, and then also the shimmery shades. So let's go ahead and swatch these guys. And we'll do the green and the pink. The texture borderlines like something like the shimmery Lancome type ones. But I think these have a little bit more substance than those do. Then we'll do this deep plum and this golden shade. They are really soft shadows too. And then this matte brown and this kind of deeper coppery gold. Not copper, kind of a warm gold, I guess. So that is the Fun palette. And that is what I have on my eyes today. This next one is called the Pretty palette. I just think that's funny. And then inside you've got the same deal with the layout of the shadows. In this one you have got 5 mattes, which are these two, and the center one. Again, a nice array of, you've got 2 transitions, 2 deeper crease shades, and then a matte brow bone highlight. There's a good array of mattes in here as well as shimmers. So I really like that about this palette. So these ones are your shimmer guys. Swatch them. Then we'll do these bottom 2 shimmers. one in the mattes. And these guys. I do feel like the shimmer shades kind of outperform the mattes, but I was able to get the mattes to, you know, blend out nicely on the eye with the primer, so just as long as I didn't overblend them. And then your center shade, which is like a matte vanilla color. So that one there is the Pretty palette, right there. And then the last one is called the Fearless palette, and I think this one's Eyebrows and the Stars Move on there. And then it's, inside you have got the same sort of deal. Now this is the only one that I wish there was a lighter like brow bone shade. This on me over that NYX eyeshadow primer gets quite dark. I actually use this more kind of in the transition area and then pulled in like the vanilla matte from one of the other shades that's in the center. But otherwise this one has got some nice matte transitions and crease colors as well as some really pretty shiny shades. So the only thing that I felt was missing was a little bit brighter highlight shade, at least for my fair skin tone, because this one does get quite deep on me. So for mattes you've got the center, this kind of a taupe brown, this charcoal gray, and then this brown in the corner. So you've got 4 mattes in this guy and 5 shimmers. So we'll start up here. And then these two, which both of these shades are so pretty. So pretty. Then we'll do this matte charcoal gray. It's almost got a blue, little bit of a blue undertone, and this sparkly blue black. And the bottom ones, which this color is just stunning as well. And then your middle matte shade, which is kind of got a little bit of a like a pink tone to it. And that is the Fearless palette. This color is just like boom. Each palette does come with like a little plastic overlay that has a little saying on there like "She left beauty wherever she went, eat, sleep, makeup, repeat. May your day be as fearless as your makeup." Those are included inside the palettes. I think that they are fun. I do feel like the shimmer shades outperform the mattes, but the mattes are workable. Like, as long as I didn't over blend the matte shades, they blended quite nicely. If I over blended them like too much without picking up a little bit more product to build on top, because they did build, then they would start to go patchy if I overdid it. So just light placement and light blending on there kind of did the trick for me. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Now, if you're interested in seeing the look that's on my eyes using the Fun palette, you can hang tight and we'll get into it right now. I already went in and primed my lids from the lash line to up underneath the brow with the NYX eyeshadow base, and now I'm going to take a Hakuhodo S133, which is just a flat shader, and I'm going to go into this bright turquoise shade, and I'm going to put that on the center of the lid and all the way out to the outer portion. Using the side of that same brush, I'm going to go into this kind of, it's like a champagne, slightly gold shade, and I'm just going to use the side of that brush and put it in front of the teal and blend it into it. Then using a Ciate GSN9, I'm going to go into this matte plummy color. I'm going to put that one through the crease. Then using a Hakuhodo J5523 brush, I'm going to go into this brown. It's kind of a mid-tone warm brown. It's also a matte shade. And I'm going to start buffing out the purple with that guy. Then using a Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush, I'm going to go into this center shade, which is a matte cream. I'm going to put this underneath the brow. Then I'm going to go back in with that 5523 and just kind of blend this upwards a little bit. I didn't pick up any more product. I'm just using what's kind of left on the brush. I've got the teeny tiniest bit of fallout just right here. There is the eyeshadow done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eye makeup and I'll be right back to put on some lips for you guys. For lips, I'm going to use the Clinique Quick Liner for lips in the shade Sky Violet. And then to fill them in, I've got MAC's Pat and Polish Lip Pencil in the shade Patent Pink. Which looks like that. And there's the overall finished look using one of Ciate's new eyeshadow palettes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen and I'll see you guys later. Bye.